Welcome back to this edition of Interviewing Hollywood with me, your host, Shahid Manning. I am at the DVD out party for Pick Up the Mic, the revolutionary documentary about homo hip hop in America and how it is affecting not only the artists, but everyone in America and the world abroad. I have the amazing pleasure of being here with the one, the only, the director and creator of Pick Up the Mic, Alex Hinton.
Yes.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for being my guest on the show.
Thank you for having
I mean, the big, huge question is, why did you do this?
Well, why did I do this? Because when I was doing this, when I was starting this, I Googled gay hip hop because I was looking for story ideas. I was actually doing a nonprofit group with a friend of mine called Queer Youth TV, and we made short little documentaries all about queer life. And I'm a big music fan, so I was like, Google gay hip hop, let's see what's out there. And I was surprised that there were all these sites. There was Deep Dick Collective, there was gayhiphop.com, there was Rainbow Flava, Genro, and I was like, why is this not on the cover of every magazine, the cover of every gay magazine that I see, you know? And I just thought, there's a story in here. So we just started interviewing people, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and we would meet, you know, we met Tori, and we met Johnny Dangerous, and we met Goddess, and it just grew and grew and grew, and it just became a big film.
Okay, so why did you Google gay hip hop? I mean, you don't really kind of sort of say, look at you and say, we want to listen to hip hop. What struck you?
I don't know. It's so funny.
You like hip hop?
Like, I do. I mean, I grew up, I'm a kid of the 80s, so I love dance music. Like, I grew up with Salt and Peppa, of course, and Queen Latifah, and JJ Fad, and stuff like that. I mean, that's my kind of hip hop because I love the dance stuff. I don't know. I always wanted to be in Wham. That was my big dream.
You wanted to be in Wham. Okay, that's not hip hop.
No, but they had Wham rap. Come on.
Did they have a Wham rap?
Yeah, on Fantastic. Wham rap. And that was the only rap I ever knew.
Did Wham do the rapping, or was that a remix?
They did the rapping, yeah. It's a really cheesy song. It's so funny. It's on their first record. It's hilarious.
Okay, so everyone's hail to Alex for doing this, right? Pick Up the Mic. How did the name come, Pick Up the Mic?
Well, originally the title was called Homo Hop, and we were going along with that title. But we sort of had some difficulty with some people with that title, and I didn't want to release the movie with a big pink triangle on it, or a big like homo or gay or something like that, because I wanted people to feel comfortable to sort of get the movie and watch it and not feel like it has a big label on it. Right. So when we were out on the road in 2003, I was sort of like just trying to think of something, and I just came up with the term Pick Up the Mic. I mean, I'd heard it, the microphone and stuff, and I just thought it was just such a statement kind of what these artists were doing, because they were basically standing up on a stage where they hadn't seen themselves, and they were saying, you know what, dudes, I'm here.
Well, you're doing basically what we want done universally, is not to be judged by our sexuality, we want to judge by our, in this case, our talent. Exactly. So you didn't want a name that was saying you're fags. You want a name saying that we are talented musicians who are hip hop, and Pick Up the Night is kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that a lot. Absolutely. So, wow, you do this thing, you pick up the mic. What are the trials and tribulations that you went through to getting it? Because it took a long time. How many years did it take to do it, and what kept you going with this?
We started in 2002, And like I said, we started with just doing it for ourselves because we were literally just going to make a 5-minute piece. But then when I started doing the interviews, it was so much bigger than 5 minutes that I knew it was a feature film. So we cut together a 40-minute film, and then we actually got it in the hands of Stephen Nemeth at Rhino Films. And he's this straight guy, and he just loves it. He did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and Why Do Fools Fall in Love? And he just loved it. He thought it was great. So he gave us a little money, and that got us out on the road. And really what eventually sort of what became the driving force were the artists. Because every one of them, I just like fell in love.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, you're so great. How do I get you in the movie?
Right.
And it was so funny because we did the big tour. We did a big filming in 2003 where we went all over the country. And then in 2004 we went back to New York because they put on the first Peace Out festival there. And so we went out there, and there we started meeting more people.
Wow.
Like Agricist and Sosei, and it just became like, oh my God, there's so many new people now, and it's just growing, and this film may never end, but we just, you have to sort of find a point. And it was really the artist's voice that I wanted to get them out there.
Right. So what, it took 6 years altogether to do it?
It took 3 years to film and edit, and then we debuted at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2005. Then we did our film festival run in 2006 throughout the entire year, and then it takes time to try to get a deal and stuff like that, and it's such a weird time now for independent film because a lot of the minis are being bought up by the majors, and you're getting less and less opportunity to sort of get that deal. So I basically came up with, you know what, we're not getting that golden egg ticket or whatever, so I just decided, you know what, I just want to do it myself.
Wow. So I have so many questions for you, but from a business perspective, real quick, it's you have the film and you are distributing it how?
Ourselves.
Yourselves? But
yeah.
Through what medium?
DVD and through online. So it's going to be like on iTunes and stuff like that. It'll be a download.
So it's iTunes, but it's like if it's not a Blockbuster or something like that.
Yeah, it'll be at Blockbuster and at video retail stores because we did get a distribution through Fontana, who sells to major companies like Best Buy and FYE and Barnes & Noble and stuff like that. So,
right. Fantastic. Well, I think I echo for everyone when I say thank you for making this film, Alec. I mean, my goodness, it's just been phenomenal for the artists, phenomenal for people who weren't in it. I mean, whenever you make something, I think that's a key thing when you're making film, is to have an effect on people, for it to be entertaining and have an effect on society in general. I think you've reached that goal. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being a guest on the show. Thank you guys for joining us again on this installment of Interviewing Hollywood with me, your host, Shahid Manning. And like Alec, like myself, be strong enough to be yourself, and if you have to go out and help other people to do it, to become themselves, fantastic. That means you're a star, we're a star, and everybody after you can become a star. God bless, good night, and thank you again for watching the show, and we look forward to seeing you on the next installment. Bye now.
I know you're looking for a thug girl. We twisting it up, got a mean gas tank and we filling it up. Every time I hit the spot, this is how I roll. This is how I roll. This is how I roll. Every time I hit the spot, this is